Hi, congratulations on your new RV. We're really excited for you. Please make sure before you're signing that you bring the following items with you. If you're a cash buyer, please make sure that you bring a cashier's check, no personal checks at time of signing, or you may bring actual cash. If you're a finance customer, please make sure that you bring proof of insurance listing your specific lien holder. If you need that information, please call us ahead of time. Also, make sure that you bring all valid driver's license of all persons that will be listed on the title. If you have a trade that you're trading in with us, please make sure that you bring your 10-day payoff as well as your title and all persons who will be listed on the title of that trade. Arrive 30 minutes early before your appointment time so we can properly inspect your unit, and also make sure that you have the fridge on and running prior to arrival. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call at 810-686-0710. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Hello, this is Mike with TradeWinds RV Center, here to congratulate you on the purchase of your Jayflight 237 RBS travel trailer. I'm here to walk you around it, show you how to use a few things, get the best out of your camping experience. Let's talk about first arriving at the campsite. First thing I want you to take into consideration is your slide. Get a good eye for that slide. Know about how much room you're going to need to bring that in and out unhindered. Preferably nothing hanging over top of it. Then I want you to think about where your water and electricity hookups are going to be. Your power is going to be all the way at the rear, power and water actually, all the way at the rear of your off-camp side or the driver's side of your tow vehicle. So park accordingly so you can utilize the facilities at the campsite. After you've unhooked your hitch, first thing you're going to do is level your unit. In front of your unit, you have a power tongue jack, the night docking light. Simply lower or raise the unit to get a level. Now I do recommend getting a stick-on level. Once your slide's closed, find the middle of your unit. Go ahead and put that level on there. Normally you'd have your slide in at this point, but stick a level on there. Have somebody keep an eye on that while you run your power tongue jack. If you lose power in power tongue jack, underneath this rubber stopper here is a manual override. Simply put this hand jack in there, and you can crank it up or down pretty easy. Speaking of power, take your battery post when you arrive. Make sure them have wiggle loose as you're bouncing this house down the road. After you get your unit level, next thing you do is stabilize it. On all four corners you have stabilizing jacks. Little 3/4 inch socket hand crank here. You go down real easy. Simply crank to the right to bring them down. Now remember, these are stabilizing jacks, not leveling jacks. You only want to bring these down until they're stable, just until they're taut, with preferably a jack pad. Pick up a 4-pack of jack pads in our store with your 10% off coupon. What it's going to do, it's going to protect the feet of your stabilizing jacks from dirt, debris, hot blacktop in the summer, better distribute the weight, just better to have down there. Run all four corners down, go back around, make sure you haven't changed your level. Do not run your power tongue jack with these down. Once you got all four of them down taut, you've got our unit level and stable. We can go ahead and hook up our power and water. Again, over on your off-camp side, your big long power cord. Store's conveniently right inside here. Just take it, push it back in. At the end of your 30 amp service, should you need to plug into a 110, is a 30 to 110 adapter that comes in your convenience pack. Got our power hooked up, let's hook our water up. Real simple, right here at the city water connection. Open that up and use your water pressure regulator. This water pressure regulator is going to reduce the water pressure to 40 to 50 psi, protecting the lines in your unit. Always use this when putting water into city water or your black tank flush up here. Hook up your hose, but don't turn your hose on yet. Find your hot water heater. Yours is going to be over here on the campsite. Go to the front here a little bit. All we're doing at this point is making sure that we have returned our drain plug. Put that cap back on there nice and secure. Once that's on there, you can go ahead and turn on your hose. Now go inside and turn on your hot water. Once you got water flowing through there, you know this is full. Then you can turn on your hot water heater. Let's say you're going camping and you're not going to use city water. You're going to dry dock, you need to use potable water. Also over here in your campsite is your potable water tank. No water pressure regulator necessary. Simply open this up and use a hose. Two ways to tell when this is full. One, there's a override valve right here. And two, if you're on the inside, you press your fresh water tank, checking the level of it. You can tell when it's full from inside there. I'll show you that when we go inside. Do the same thing, turn on your water inside in order to tell whether your hot water heater is full. Just remember, when using potable water is when you're going to want to use your water pump. Don't use your water pump. Don't turn that on when you're hooked up to city water. That's already pressurized. All right, we're all set up to camp. I'm going to walk you around the rest of the unit here and show you the rest of the outside. You have your big awning. I'll run that out for you. The end of your awning are your speakers. It's great because it points the music down toward you instead of out of it all the other campers. Prepped out here for a TV. Brackets that'll snap on here. There's your cable and 110 for that, or 110 for a table set up here. There's your low point drain. If you're using potable water, that's where you drain that at. Your furnace heat release. Steer clear of that if you have your furnace on. That'll get rather warm. Again, your hot water heater. Pass-through storage. 3 hitch work in there. There's a cover for your propane tanks. Speaking of your propane tanks, at the front is a regulator. Simply point it toward the tank you wish to be using. Lefty loosey to open. Again, your battery posts, your pass-through storage, and your slide. Gray water holding tank. Your handle to pull there. Separate gray water tank. And then your other gray water holding tank and black holding tank will be back here to pull. There's your low point drain for hooked up to the city water, your hot and cold drain. Back here you also have an outdoor shower. Black tank flush, we'll talk about that when leaving the campsite. Plug in for the cable at the park and your power. You also have a ladder to go up and check your seams, caulk as needed, maintain your roof. Unit's also prepped for a Furrion backup camera. Should you decide to purchase that from our store, it's a device that sits on the dash of your tow vehicle, giving you a backup camera that electronically communicates with this. A cover for your spare tire, keeps that from dry rotting. And your other stabilizing jacks. That about covers everything out here. Let's go take a look on the inside. As you come inside the unit, most importantly, I want you and everyone that's camping with you to know that the fire extinguisher is located by the entry doorway in case of an emergency. Walking in right away, this is an access panel to the back of your shower. Close your door. Big closet at the entry doorway. Right up to some controls. So here's where your brand new battery. Here's the fresh take button I said that you can hold in order to tell when your potable water is full. Your black and 2 gray tanks. Here's where you turn on your water pump if you're using potable water. Here's where you turn on your water heater if you're hooked up to gas, water heater if you're hooked up to electric. Interior, exterior lights. Here's your awning in and out, and your slide control. We will open up we will close the slide when leaving. We'll run your awning out here real quick. Take a look at that, see where we're at. Just want to show you how far to run your awning out. And let you see it working. So that white flap right there, when it falls down to 90 degrees and you can see that bar, your awning's out far enough. And get back in when we're done. I'll walk immediately into your bathroom. Just tell you that this is where your 110 with GFCI resets at. Your lighting here. You have a hand crank open. Exhaust. Close that back up here. Your AC to run this thermostat over here. Use your RV technology sound system. There's a remote for it. Turn that on. Go to AM/FM. There we go. Turn it on. Go to AM, FM. Off the Bluetooth. Scan. I don't know if we'll get any channels inside here. We do. So this is indoors. Indoors and outdoors when they're both blue. Now your music's just outdoors. Shut everything off. Here's where you change your modes, your TV audio, front, HDMI's, several hookups for that. If you just touch that, it'll mute it. If you hold it in, it'll shut it off. Your speaker's back on. Coming down below your entertainment center is an access panel to your breaker box and fuses. Got a handful of 15s here, a 30 and a 40. Highly recommend you have those with you when you go camping. Coming in your kitchen area, self-explanatory microwave. Down here is a light and fan for your oven and stove, Your glass top here makes an excellent backsplash. You have a panel light. Simply turn on your gas, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Shut that back off, hit another one, hit your spark, and there's your flame. Shut them off. Same thing with your oven. Turn it on over here, light it here, no pilot light to light up underneath. Got a one-touch lighting throughout your unit. Over here on the wall is your thermostat. Mode, just a fan on low. Your AC or your heat. All three kicked on good. To off. Here is the bracket for a TV. If you hook a TV on this, simply lift up on this. You can take this outside and hook it on. Cable and 110 up here. This is a template for where it's wired for solar. That's for the text if you ever decide to wire the whole unit for solar. Light here is your blue light up here. Here's a table that will set up out here in front of your seating. Speaking of your seating, you do have these little tables here that simply lift up to remove out of the cup holder. For the reclining, it's a parachute pull, I like to call. You simply lift up on that, gives you a full chaise. Gotta use your feet to push them back down. Do give you a 110 over here by your seating in case you need to charge your device. That about covers everything on the inside. Let's act like we're leaving the campsite. I'm going to put your table back in here. I'm going to shut off your bathroom light. So what I like to do is come over here and shut off the interior lights. That way I can see all the individual lights I need to go through and shut off. Go through and quickly do those. You hear your furnace still running. It'll run for a minute or two after you shut it off. See, now it's shut off. So all of this lighting in here is by hand. So let's get ready to get dark. So now I have all of the lighting shut off except for what can be controlled here. Most importantly, make sure everything is down and secure. Then your slide can come in easily. Simply hit in on your slide. Comes in rather quickly. I wanted you to hear that noise at the end. It's okay to hear that for a second. It's just the slide mechanism keeping itself from coming in any further. It's okay to hear for a second or two going in or out. No harm. Shut off your lights. Head on out of the unit. Make sure this exterior door is all the way open, otherwise this will catch. Lift up your door, set it inside, pull that bracket back. Close, lock, and deadbolt your exterior door. Lift and turn this handle over your door. If we're using potable water, we're going to come here and pull our low point drain all that water out. Going to come to your hot water heater. You're going to pull up on this pressure release valve. That's going to start draining all of your water out. Once that's drained out, remember to push this back down or this door will not close. Then you can pull your drain plug. Remember, that is hot water coming out of those. Be careful. Bring up all of our leveling jacks. Unhook our water, our cable, hook up our hitch, and head on up to the dump station. At the dump station, you take this 10-foot hose, comes in the convenience pack, hook it up to the sewage dump here, your black holding tank. The first handle you're going to pull is over here to the right. It's a black handle. That's going to be your sewage. Once it sounds like that's no longer draining, take your water pressure regulator again and come up to this tank flush valve. You're going to hook that up here, turn on the hose at the dump station with your black handle open, and let that run for a good 5 minutes. It's going to wash all the nastiness out of your sewage hose, or out of your sewage tank. Then you can shut that off. Come down here, close that black handle. Come here to the left and pull this first gray handle. Leave that gray handle open. Come down here and pull this gray handle. It's going to wash everything down. It's going to be a cleaner water from your sink up front. It's going to clean out your sewage hose. You're going to take that and conveniently, most of the times if someone has fingernails, store it inside your bumper. And a sanitary place for it. Alright, again, we thank you guys for your purchase. We hope you enjoy this Jayflight for many years to come. Happy camping.